Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Friday Charge, brought to you by EV Geek Studios. As always, we are your hosts, Joel and Sebastian, and today, September 12th, 2025, we've got a lot to talk about. The IAA Mobility Show was this week, and that brought with it several new EV models, so without further ado, let's plug in and get started. All right, so our first new car of the night. Mercedes has unveiled their GLC Electric. So Mercedes-Benz pulled the wrap on its all-new, all-electric GLC SUV this week. The GLC, in typical Mercedes fashion, will have a lot of different configurations, but two trims at launch. The GLC 300 Plus, which is rear-wheel drive, and the GLC 400 4MATIC, which is all-wheel drive. At launch, this vehicle will have a 94 kilowatt-hour, 800-volt class battery pack, with Mercedes claiming a 10 to 80 DC fast charge time of around 24 minutes and a roughly 330 kilowatt peak rate. Range in the WLTP cycle is expected to be around 400 miles, so in EPA numbers, I would expect that to be mid-300s. On the inside, Mercedes has chosen to go over the top with screens, offering a 39.1-inch display that spans completely across the dash from pillar to pillar. Exterior-wise, they've gone over the top with their lighting effects. The front grille illuminates and kind of looks like a shaving razor. The electric GLC is a ground-up EV, and this whole time I've been calling it the wrong name, just by the way. The 2027 Mercedes GLC with EQ technology is expected to arrive soon, but there is no pricing announced at this time.
Yeah, damn. This thing's spicy.
The front end is, I don't like the proportions of the front end.
I know, but dude, I'm digging that screen. The interior's, as the kids would say, the interior's fire, Sebastian. It's fire.
Yeah, but the front end is so weirdly proportioned to me.
It's giving off, the front is giving me off like old vibes of Mercedes. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's do you think it's the way it's designed, or do you think it's the illumination?
I think if the grille didn't look like a lady's razor, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, but it also it seems too narrow almost for the front of the car. It looks kind of like a snout.
What is the difference between a lady's razor and a men's razor is what I want to know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the model with 5 blades because I hear those glide smoother.
That's the top of the line version, the 5 blades. But okay, let's get away from the exterior. What do you think about the interior from this picture we have here?
That's a lot of screen.
It is a lot of screen and a lot of lights.
Would you drive at night? I imagine that might be a little much.
I wonder if you can tone it down at night, but that is.
Oh, I'm sure you can, but still.
And it looks like there's a camera here. You see that right here in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that's some driver assist system, something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's a Mercedes. Have they mentioned pricing on these or not?
No, not at all.
Okay. So what are you thinking? Look at your crystal ball. You have no idea.
It'll be 90 grand probably. Mm-hmm. That's my guess.
Yes. And next
maybe
question.
Less. Because I guess it is technically below the EQE.
Yep.
So maybe less, but
maybe $79.99.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Question number 2. Will we see it in the US?
Probably.
Good. Yeah.
It might be. It might not. It'll definitely be after the rest of the world. Yeah. But we'll probably see it.
Yep. Gotcha. So yeah, I like it. I mean, besides the grill up front and the ladies' razor blades, I mean, I like it. I like the screen. I am concerned about the lights. I mean, I like the interior too. I like that kind of that brown color. That
I
desert
love
brown.
that picture right there on the right. They show that the charge port is on the back passenger side.
Yep.
And then they pulled forward into the charger and they're like, yes, the cable reaches.
Yes.
They parked wrong.
I know. They could have pulled up some more. So yeah.
Or they could have backed in and used the other side, and then all 4 doors would be anyway, sorry. Yep. I know it's just a marketing picture, but
there's a close up of the front for you. There you go, Sebastian. I don't know if it's the license plate too throwing me off. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. There is
It just
something
kind of
from
has a
it.
snout look to it.
Or it has like the big openings over here, the air vent
Hmm.
openings or something like that. I'm assuming that's the air openings. But yeah, it's just it's different. But hey, I'm glad to see these new EVs coming about, and hopefully someday we'll get our hands on one.
Yeah. And on the subject of new German EVs, BMW also made a big reveal during IAA. BMW has shown off their new iX3 EV, and on paper, this thing is pretty sweet. Starting with range, BMW claims nearly 500 miles in the WLTP cycle, which would be roughly 400 miles EPA. The iX3 is BMW's first vehicle to be based on an 800-volt architecture, with charging speeds of up to 400 kilowatts. BMW claims the vehicle is capable of adding around 230 miles of range in just 10 minutes, and the 10 to 80 time on its 108 kilowatt hour battery pack is 21 minutes.
Decent.
The exterior is unique. You have eyes. You can make your own opinions. However, BMW does claim that there was a big focus on aerodynamics for the exterior design to help it get that range figure. On the inside, the interior looks excellent. You get this massive, almost 18-inch primary display that is weirdly a hexagon, technically. It's technically a hexagon.
Mhm.
Anyway, and then an additional display that spans the entire upper dash area. BMW claims this new infotainment system is roughly 20 times faster than any of their existing systems. BMW expects to launch the iX3 in the United States starting in the summer of 2026, with a current starting price of around 60,000 US dollars at launch. In early 2027, BMW plans to launch a lower range model with only 300 miles expected, but with a starting price in the 50s.
So yeah, I'm digging the illuminated. Now you may not like this. I'm digging the illuminated door handles.
Oh,
If you
door
look here in the
handles? Hold on, I
picture,
hadn't
look,
seen that.
look,
Wait.
look, look, look. Come here, Pachow, little Lightning McQueen right there, baby. Pachow, Pachow.
No, he's Kachow. Get it
It's
right.
Kachow. Not Pachow. It's Kachow. My son would correct me for that because he's a huge Lightning McQueen fan. But okay. What do you think of this grill as compared to the grills on the older model of the BMWs? Give you
I
a
don't
closer look.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's with you and the
Now it's
Germans? You're having trouble with the Germans tonight, aren't you?
so the iX is a pretty ugly car, except for very specific colors, because it had this giant snout.
Mhm.
Now it has two beaver teeth.
It's got the Bucky teeth now. Like, yep.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is one that if I see it in person, it will not be quite as bad. But
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I'm digging the dimensions of the screen here. It's kind of
oh,
parallelogram.
it doesn't bother me too
It's
bad.
kind of parallelogram shape to it. So
No,
yeah,
it's a hexagon. It has 6 sides.
Well, yeah, but it's got a little pointy top. So yes, it's a hexagon, but a weird looking hexagon.
I am very interested in this all the way across screen, though, at the top, the little narrow, skinny thing.
Yep.
That's like a heads-up display that goes the entire way across the
Yeah, you
dash.
can kind of see it over there. It tells you your. It looks like that's where your speed is supposed to. It looks like that's where
Mhm.
your. Interesting. Well, look at the Germans bringing it tonight. I kind of like it. I do
And
like
I
this.
think
I do like this better than the Mercedes. I know they're totally two different cars, and
yes.
probably $40,000 difference between the two, or $30,000 difference. But I kind of like this better than the Mercedes.
Well, I mean, if the pricing that they've mentioned actually happens,
If you get one for 55,
if
goodness.
this starts at 60 and you can get
Yes.
400 miles of range and a nice car,
Yeah.
that's a pretty bang up. Like, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I was expecting this to be like $70,000. I mean,
Or more.
or more. Yeah. But I mean, if they say I mean, even one with 300 miles of range for 55, I'd hop on that like a bull at a rodeo. I mean, that's what I would
Joel,
do.
you just bought a $60,000 SUV. I mean,
At least a $60,000 SUV. Let's get that correct. Technically, it was 54, but yes, yes. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd probably like a BMW better than a Kia for that price. But that's just me being bougie. But yeah, pretty cool.
moving on, more new
cars.
cars.
Yay!
The base F-150 Lightning just got better. Because The F-150 Lightning XLT is no more. The XLT trim, which was previously the cheapest non-fleet version of the F-150 Lightning you could buy, has been replaced for the 2026 model year with the new STX trim. The new STX trim comes standard with the larger 123 kilowatt hour battery pack that was originally found on the Flash trim and is larger than the outgoing XLT's back, which was only 99.8 kilowatt hours. Thanks to the larger battery, the STX trim gets more power than the outgoing trim with 536 horsepower versus 452 on the XLT. The STX trim is expected to have 290 miles of EPA range compared to the 240 that the XLT had. The STX also gets some more goodies with off-road running boards coming standard. It gets new wheels. It comes standard with all-terrain tires. It gets a unique front grille. It has unique interior accents, unique STX graphics on the body, and it comes standard with a heated steering wheel.
Oh,
And all of this comes in at the exact same price as the outgoing XLT trim, $63,345 MSRP. Ford is expecting this to be one of the top selling models for the upcoming year,
yeah, I
and
can see that.
I could see that.
Yep.
This really is interesting to me because I feel like the delineation between this trim and the Flash must be pretty small.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That was being my next question to you. What happens to the Flash after this?
I mean, the Flash will
Because
stick around.
yep,
I'm
we'll
assuming.
raise
I mean,
raise in price. I mean, because there's, I don't know.
the Flash is 70,
Mm-hmm.
comes with leather seats, has Blue Cruise.
Yep.
I'm assuming this probably doesn't come standard with Blue Cruise. It has the cloth seats, but I mean, you get the same battery pack. You get.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
I'm digging the kind of, is that, you see this bottom picture? Is that like a little blue light going across?
Yeah. No, it's the unique front grille. It has like a blue accent in it. Yeah.
So it's not, it's just an access, not a light.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Because I thought that could cause
Yeah,
issues.
you can't put blue lights on the front of
That's
the
what I
car.
was thinking, that could cause issues. I mean, I like it. I mean, for my next EV, when I get one,
You're going to drive a Kia EV6 and you're going to be happy about it.
I mean, yes, Miss Spencer. That's what I've been told. I'm going to drive an EV6 and I'm going to keep my mouth shut. So, but when I do, or whenever the wife says I can get one, then I will. This will be on my short list, hopefully, because probably when I'll be able to looking for a new one, because Lightning has always been on my short list. But this is pretty cool. I like the blue, and I like the STX lettering in the back. I mean, it's really cool, and
Yeah.
maybe they'll have some cool incentives out there that can get a little cheaper.
Yeah. Hey,
New
Joe, you want
cars.
to talk about another new EV?
Let's talk another. Is it German?
No.
Okay, let's talk about that still.
Polestar at IAA officially unveiled their new Polestar 5. The Polestar 5 is the brand's new flagship sedan and is expected to punch alongside the Lucid Air, Model S, and other similar models. The 5 is Polestar's first 800-volt class vehicle, enabling it to charge at up to 350 kilowatts with a 112 kilowatt-hour battery pack. On the outside, the car was designed for aerodynamics, with Polestar claiming a 0.24 coefficient of drag. As far as performance goes, there's two trim levels. You have a dual motor and a performance. The dual motor has 748 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and the performance has 884 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. No range figures have been announced yet, so take that with a grain of salt. Also interesting, though, Polestar has dropped its plan to use LiDAR on this vehicle for the ADAS system. Instead, they're using a combination of cameras and radar. And this is a departure from what we've seen Volvo and Polestar do previously. You know, on the EX90 and Polestar 3, they both have the big LiDAR hump on the roof. And so it's interesting to see that this new flagship vehicle is seemingly ditching that, which makes you wonder if we'll see the LiDAR hump disappear from EX90 soon or Polestar 3. And I think the Polestar 4 didn't launch with LiDAR, but they said it would be coming later. And so I wonder if now it won't ever come. Also unknown at this time is US pricing. In Europe, though, the car will start at 119,000 euros, which is roughly 140 thousand US dollars.
Jiza! That's not competing with the Model S. I'm getting Model S vibes. I'm kind of getting Honda Accord vibes for some reason. I don't know why too. So I'm looking at it right now with the wheels, and I mean, I don't know if that's $100,000 car like that's going to do well in this market. I don't think it will,
Yeah, I don't know.
but I like,
Um,
so
I think it looks good.
we don't know if it's coming to America because it said in select, if you go up to the Polestar screen, it does say in select markets. So, but then again, who knows? I mean, I'd like to drive one, but that's a spicy price for what you're getting.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hold on, I need to do some quick research real quick. I
Oh,
should have been prepared.
Sebastian is not prepared. As you can see, I am. I have all your sites pulled up ready for you and to
Thank you, I
share.
appreciate it.
While we're doing that, let's just take a quick over here at the Polestar
Yeah,
4.
you tell me if Polestar 4 has LiDAR.
I will do that. I don't know where it would be.
I don't see the hump.
I don't see
I
the hump
think it
either.
don't.
Yep. So I don't see it either. It kind of looks like the 5. Oh,
Yeah, it looks like this is planned to be built in China, so good luck, everyone.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It
So
also doesn't have a back window. I hadn't noticed that yet. Uh,
it doesn't have a back window.
nope, just like the
Yeah.
Polestar 4.
Yeah.
So
I
good
don't
luck,
think.
everyone.
Yeah. Let us know. Probably not going to see it here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yes.
On the subject of the Germans, because man, they've been on it for this episode. They want you to have even more power. So with all these new high-powered EVs that we've just talked about and announced, Mercedes has you covered. Starting in 2026, Mercedes plans to begin installing the Alpitronic HYC 1000 at its locations in the US and Europe, capable of delivering 600 kilowatts. For those unfamiliar, the HIC 1000 operates a little different than the company's current flagship, the HIC 400. The HIC 400 is an all-in-one unit, meaning gosh, I tried to keep it together.
You're killing me with the name. You're killing me with the name. But go on. I'll keep it to myself.
I tried to keep it together, but
HIC
laughter's
1000, HIC
contagious.
400. Go on.
The HIC 400 is an all-in-one unit, meaning all of the power modules, conversion, etc., takes place inside the dispenser. So that's why they have a pretty big footprint, is because they're all contained in there. The HIC 1000, on the other hand, is a distributed system, meaning all of the power modules and conversion and switches and all that stuff happens in a cabinet somewhere, usually close by. But then that means that one cabinet can feed multiple dispensers. So the cabinet is capable of 1,000 kilowatts. And so you can have, say 4 dispensers on it, to where if all 4 are in use, each one gets 250. You take one out, and now you split 1,000 across 3, type deal. And I believe it still keeps the HIC 400's pretty granular power module density. I want to say the HIC 400 is 25 kilowatts. So like if you're sharing, it might be 50, but if you're sharing, let's say you're in a car that has 150 kilowatt peak charge speed and you're on a 400 kilowatt station, then that means it can give 250 to the other car.
Gotcha.
Instead of being kind of like, for example, the EVgo Delta high power units that are 350 or 175 each. There's not as much granularity for 2 vehicles. These are actually pretty dang granular in how they can distribute power.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, it said the Mercedes-Benz CLA could get up to, 202 miles in just 10 minutes?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be stupid efficient.
That's a lot of power, or that's a lot of miles in that. I mean, I like this. If it's coming from Alphatronic, it's gonna be built well, and it's gonna be legit. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see us hopefully we'll get one of these at our Mercedes-Benz dealership, and they can get rid of that charge point.
They ain't
So
putting anything in, but that's a different conversation.
yes, that is a different conversation. So
We'll maybe see this at a Buc-ee's near us.
Yeah, coming to a Buc-ee's near you. Yes.
Let's see. Anything else I want to talk about? I'm to the end of my notes, but just want to take a real quick peek.
Any last hot launching news coming since you wrote this?
Oh yeah, did you see the Ioniq 3?
No.
The concept?
You want to share?
I didn't put that in the doc. Hold on, let me find. So this is a concept, and that's part of the reason I didn't put it in the doc. But I think it's fun to look at. Let me come over here. Share screen. Ioniq 3, share. Where's my picture? There it is.
It's a wow.
It's a
That's
Veloster.
yeah, I was about to say we just need it to be that blue color that the Velocitors are. We'd be good to go.
Yeah,
That is
it's an
kind of
electric Veloster. I love it. It's
that's
also on the moon.
it is on the moon. Those are some big tires, Sebastian. That yeah, that's gonna probably change a lot before it comes out. That's those
But
seats.
also, it might not change as much as you think it will.
Those
Like,
some
the interior will be
some
different.
interesting seats. There's
Here's some ads for Sticker App.
yep,
Thanks.
yeah, thanks, yeah.
My Chrome took away my ad blocker, and I just now noticed it.
Yep. I
Um,
think it deleted them or yeah,
but
so that's interesting.
the
It's
reason I say it might not change as much as you think, because if I remember right, let's look at the Ioniq 5 concept. Let's see. Now, good. Ioniq Forum. That'll be. I hate the internet. Sorry. So this was one of the concept photos of the Ioniq 5.
yeah,
And
it didn't change much.
that stayed pretty close.
Why do other concept cars have these like gargantuan tires on them?
That's
These
just how concept cars are, man.
these moon tires.
Yeah, that's just how concept cars
Yeah.
are.
Let's put big, huge moon tires on them, and then we'll never make it to production. So yeah,
Because then people ask questions about them, and they're like, why does it
yes.
have giant moon tires on it? Did you see, okay, more cars that I didn't put on the document for some reason. Did you see the EV2?
No, look at Hyundai Kia making its rounds. I'm assuming these also showed off at the German Auto Show.
Yes. Oh, the EV2.
Sebastian, let's go to Germany next year.
Hold on. Car and driver's loading.
It's got a lot of ads on it too.
Share, Kia EV2. So they had this one in the flesh at the auto show, but these are
look,
actual
big
concept
tires.
photos.
What a shocker.
Okay, hold on. We'll get there. You might have seen that too quickly. Let me share this tab instead. So that honestly looks pretty good, and they had one on display at the show, and that's pretty close to what it looked like.
Is this the one Cal Connor commented on? I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think he mentioned something like this. Actually looks like a Kia SUV. That actually looks like a Kia SUV. Yeah, I could get
Do you
behind
love
that.
all my photos? Do you
Yeah,
love how all my photos are loading?
Yes, I get behind that. Well, when you're on a 56K where you live, Sebastian, that's what happens. That's how the photos load. What is it? A 49 kilowatt hour battery? Well, that's not gonna get you a lot of range though.
So look at the rear end of that car.
Looks like a Kia Soul.
There's something missing, isn't there? Do I need to make it bigger for you?
Where are the reverse lights?
I mean, okay, yes, but why did this tail light stop here?
I know.
All of this empty.
That's a lot of paint.
Anyway, I just it's like the front end of the car.
Well, the front looks like an
EV9.
The front looks like an EV9.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yep.
The back of the car? What is that?
Yes.
What is it with Kia and struggling to design the backs of cars?
Yes. They have problems with the booty.
Not to beat a dead horse.
And eat one too. Let's gotta go back to the Ioniq 6.
Come back to the EV4. Oh my god.
You cannot share your screen anymore.
Apparently my internet is not having fun tonight.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Go down to the next one.
No, because this is the picture I need.
There it is. That's the sedan, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's just wrong.
Yes.
Again, the taillight's in too low and whatever. It's like the front of it's fine.
Yeah. It's like the taillights need to be bigger back there in those cars. They're not big enough.
And then the EV4 hatchback looks fine.
Yep.
But I don't know. Anyway.
Do you like the lights? Well, the lights on the EV6 are cool. They're kind of the whole way around. I mean, that's a cool look.
They do. They're a little neat. Anyway.
Yep.
I'll stop complaining now.
All right, so Sebastian, what did we release this week? Let's talk about that.
We released 2025 Ioniq 5
So yeah, so
Limited.
limited. So so here's one thing I like. We won't give too much away. And this is what I'm seeing a lot on the blogs too. Everything everyone complained about the older model, they fixed in the newer model. So it's like they heard everything everyone said, or almost everything, and they fixed it.
I was about to say, for
So
the most part.
for the most part, it got NACS. It did that, which is right. Um, it does the routing to superchargers, correct? Which I
I
found,
mean, yes, the route
yes.
planner could be better, but
Rock, yeah, I
yes.
don't need to arrive at superchargers with 52%. Yes, I can go a little farther than that. Um, what else did they fix that we had gripes with? The middle console?
Yes, the center
Yes.
console is designed better.
Yep.
You get actual physical buttons for things like heated seats
Yes.
and heated steering wheel.
On-demand preconditioning.
Um, on-demand battery preconditioning in
Yep.
addition to on-route.
Yep.
I like some of the new screens for like battery health and actually being able to
Yep.
see what power was going into the car. I think that was Ioniq 5, right? Or was that Ioniq 9? Or
The
do they
9
both
does
do it?
it. They probably both do now. If it's the
Okay, anyway.
CCNC, yeah. Then
And I
what
mean,
don't you like about
CCNC
it?
is a huge improvement. I still
Yes.
don't like why doesn't it remember your one pedal settings between drive cycles?
Yep.
Why do we still do this? Um, and it's not entirely their fault. I don't love that we're going to be stuck in adapter hell for the next who
Adapter
knows how long.
hell. Yep.
That's not their fault. That's not the fault of the car.
Yes.
It bothers me because it's like, yeah, it
Yes.
has a NACS port, and the number one charging network with NACS ports right now doesn't support the car. I
Yep.
mean, it does if you're okay with charging at 125 kilowatts versus almost 250.
Yep. You know what, honestly, especially that doesn't bother me because it holds it. It holds it. So
It doesn't bother me, but at the same time, you
it
can
bothers you.
stop for 18 minutes
It's
or you can stop for
25.
another 15.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, honestly, in real world, it didn't take that long for me. I think I mean, because it gets up to that, especially with the EV9, it gets up to 127, 128 kilowatts, and it just holds it. I mean, it does. I believe it charges better than a Tesla. I
well,
believe
yeah,
if you,
that is true.
yeah, if you compare the two charging curves, the EV9 charging curve is going to be better. Now, I will
No,
say
and that is true. I believe
yeah,
even in the testing, like other YouTubers have done between a
yeah,
Model Y and like a new Ioniq 5. I
yeah,
think the Ioniq 5 got to 10 to 80 faster than,
yeah.
or
Add a
put in
Tesla
the same amount,
supercharger.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Add a Tesla supercharger faster than a Tesla
yeah.
did at the supercharger.
Because Tesla will peak higher, but that's not going to hold that peak that long. It's going to come right
Right,
down.
right.
Yeah. So yeah.
There was something else that bothered me about the new Ioniq 5, but I don't remember, so it must not have been that big of a deal.
So we talked about your new car. How are you liking it? 2 weeks into it.
It's still great. I have a couple small gripes that I, at some point, will probably, as we do periodic updates, as I have it, we'll probably talk about some more.
Do you want to talk about the workaround you did for the lock door walkaway? The door lock walkaway.
Sure, we'll talk about the workaround for the door walkway.
So in case you all don't know, the older models of the Kia and EV6, the Ioniq 5 and EV6 don't have walkaway door lock. The new ones do. They have a digital key. So what what the hell did you do? I don't even know how you did it. It was just I looked at it. It was just a bunch of conditionals, if then statements. It brought me back to my coding days. I've had some little issues there. If then, if I do this, if I'm here, do that. So how first off, how does you know to do that?
So, I mean, I did some light Googling. There's some
Okay.
people that have made similar things before
Mm-hmm.
because I started having a thought of it was like, I bet Blue Link has an API,
Yep,
and they do.
they do.
And I found out that somebody somewhere on the Reddit,
On the Reddit.
I don't remember if it was on Ioniq 5 Reddit or just any other Hyundai model, had figured out a way to do a shortcut using the Shortcuts app on iOS to do your Blue Link authentication to get an API token.
Cool.
So I got that set up
Oh,
so I
excuse
could
me.
get my API token,
Mm-hmm.
and then figured out the API call to issue certain commands. So like I figured out how to do the API call to issue the lock car command. And I also did one to start the car. Um, and I also have one that will, if I run it, it will just tell me the battery percentage, like without actually getting it at the app and refreshing it and all that. That one's I probably won't use that much, but I was just seeing what I could get out of it type situation. And so using that, I had figured out the writing the shortcuts to do the API calls, to do those commands. I then went into the automations part of shortcuts.
Good night.
And so I have it now and it's actually gotten more complicated since I sent you the initial
Well, it started off like
screenshots.
if then, that's the first one. And then it was like if then, if then, if then.
So
It got a lot more complicated.
I have 3 automations now that I have run. So the first one runs every day at 4:22 p.m. At 4:22 p.m., it checks if my phone is connected to CarPlay, and if it's not, it starts my car. I get off
Okay.
work at 4:30.
Okay.
So that way, it's 8 minutes into the cycle when I get out to the car. It'll only run for 10 minutes when you do a Blue Link remote start. So I get out to the car. It should be cooled off by then. Yay. That conditional was added because yesterday I was in my car at 4:22 and it didn't do anything, obviously, because it was already on, but I got the little notification on my phone that it failed, and I was like, oh, yeah. So my second automation
Oh, good God.
is when I connect CarPlay. One of the things it does, I have it turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone because so I don't have that weird transition period, like if I'm trying to play music or whatever, and I have bad Wi-Fi signal and it like tries to buffer or anything. So I just have it turn Wi-Fi off for like 90 seconds and then turn it back on. Um, but it also writes to a text file called CarPlay connected, and it puts true. So then when the first one at 4:22 runs, if that text file if it says true, it just doesn't start the car.
If it's true, if it does, yep. Basic
Then
coding 101 here, boys and girls. Yes.
And then my last automation is when CarPlay disconnects.
Mm-hmm.
So when CarPlay disconnects, the first thing it does is it gets my current location. If my current location is my house, it does nothing. It just stops. If it's not my house, it waits 180 seconds, so 3 minutes, and then issues a Blue Link command to lock the car.
I'm
And
sure
so
you're gonna have more of these as you get. Now you went down a rabbit hole, and now you're gonna have like 10 automations. Like if I am 5 feet away from the car and it's 23 degrees outside, I need the heat to cut on and play Barry White. I mean, that's what's gonna happen.
I have started having mental thoughts of getting the weather outside and using that to determine if I turn the car on to 70 degrees or if I turn it on to 68 or if I turn it on to, because you can also have as an API key for whether or not you want the steering wheel heat to come on when you start the car.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've had the thought of,
will it work with
below
Kia,
certain temperature,
Kia Access?
I'm sure there is an API, but you would have to get whatever the Kia terminology is for it.
Good. You have a job now. Can you do it for me? You knew I was going to ask that.
And since I have all these shortcuts now, it solved one of my second problems.
What was that?
That I've had with the car. So Chevrolet has a watch app. So I was able to add on my watch face a little icon here I could tap in and then just start my car. It would open the Chevy app and I just start my car, which is super handy because I'll be like walking back to the car at a park, through a store would be like, oh, let me start the car real quick. I don't have to get my phone out, right?
Yep.
Well, there wasn't one for the Hyundai app. They don't have a watch app. Well, they do, but it doesn't work. Let me rephrase that because it hasn't been updated. It looks like it hasn't been updated in 5 years. Anyway.
Makes me wonder. Why keep talking? I'm going to see if Kia has one. So
anyway, but since I'd made a shortcut to start the car, you can add shortcuts to your watch face.
Yes.
So I added the shortcut to start my car to the watch face so I can just tap the little complication there on the right and start my car. And because I have a 16 Pro, I have the camera button on the side. So I don't need a camera button on the screen anymore. So I have one down here at the bottom right of my screen that also starts my car.
Yeah, I don't have a Kia app for the phone either. So
because if you don't do it that way, you have to open the app.
Move over a little. Can't see you.
Sorry.
There
Open
you go.
the app. Wait for it. Face ID. Then start. Then hit your button. Then Face ID again. It's like, it's just I made it, one touch. I can require song. Anyway. So yeah, I've had way too much fun with the Shortcuts app this week,
Yes, I kept
and
getting
trying to figure out
screenshots of
ways
the
to
Shortcut
automate.
app.
So yeah, and if anyone watches this and they're curious and want to know more about how I do that, just leave in the comments and I will try to find it and give it best instructions I can.
Or you can make a video. Add something else to your plate. I just keep adding to his plate. So yes, so so yeah, it's all about Hyundai. So we just released a video a couple days ago with I mean, we always have a blast talking Liv and Pat with the Liv and Patrick from the Electric Duo. I mean, I'm telling y'all, they're the most genuine people and nicest people you will ever meet, and they just have a love of EVs, and they're just bubbly. They're just
It's a good
refreshing.
description. Bubbly.
Bubbly, yes. And I feel so bad because I was so sick last week with the Rona. So yeah, that Sebastian had to do the interview on a Zoom. But you were done, and you and Patrick stayed on and chatted for an hour, you said?
Yeah, we finished recording and my internet was being super slow. And I
Yeah.
told him, I was like, you can get off if you want. Like, you don't have to stay here. And he's like, no, I'll stick around just in case something goes wrong and we have to do it again. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
That's an hour-long interview. I hate you have to do it again.
And yeah, the interview itself was an hour long, and then it took like an hour to upload for some reason.
You texted me at like
9:30
and said, we're done. I'm like, holy crap, you started at 7:30. What is going on? What do I have to edit? Jeez, oh man.
And so, yeah, and we just were talking about all sorts of random stuff afterwards. It was a great time. And it was like, man, I wish I could have been recording some of this too, but it's okay.
Yep. So yeah, if you don't know, Liv and Patrick used to be the Mach-E vlog. They were Mach-E owners, big into Ford, big into EVs. They expanded their family and added, I believe it was a Chevy Equinox.
Yep, Equinox EV.
Yep, Equinox EV.
Also blue.
Also blue. It's almost the exact same color as the Ford Blue. And kind of rebranded themselves the Electric Duo because, Patrick, he tells his story about, kind of being on his own right now after looking for a job search. And he's kind of taking us on, full speed, and we like it. And they're actually in Germany right now, or at the auto show, and seeing some of the things they're seeing and being kind of jealous of them, but also kind of happy for them. So, so we have that video out too. It's a great, if you just want to hear a great conversation about Ford EVs, about just EV in general, about the future of EVs, Sebastian, Patrick, and Liv have a great chat about that. So I believe that's it. Anything else you can think of, Sebastian?
No, I think that's it.
Let's wrap this up then.
That is a wrap for today's episode. Thank you all for plugging into the Friday Charge. Be sure to subscribe to EV Geek Studios on YouTube and tap the notification icon to be notified about new releases. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm releasing Monday. It will either be a Volkswagen ID4 or it will be the video talking about me buying a car. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Or it could be the ones we reviewed this weekend.
It could be. Who knows? We'll see. If you guys have any thoughts or questions, drop them in the comments below because we would love to hear from you. So long, everyone, and we will see you on the next episode of The Friday Charge.